If your PC starts sounding like a jet engine every time you try to render in Unreal Engine, you're not alone. Most of us don't have those crazy high-end machines you see in YouTube shorts from PC builders. So I'm making this video to help you get high-quality renders, even on a low-end machine. So here I have my project open, and first, let's make sure Movie Render Queue is enabled. Go to Plugins, search for Movie Render Queue, and enable it. If Unreal asks you to restart, go ahead and restart the engine. Now let's go to the level sequence. I'm assuming you already have some kind of animation ready to render. In my case, I've just got this simple car showcase. Click on the Movie Render Queue button, and when the window pops up, click on Unsaved Config to start setting this render up. First, delete the JPG sequence, then click the plus button and add a PNG sequence instead. Don't use EXR because it can crash Unreal while rendering, and even if it doesn't, the render time will be extremely long. Next, add anti-aliasing and then add a color output. In the color output settings, enable Disable Tone Curve. This gives you more flexibility for color grading later in post-process. Again, click the plus button and add game overrides. And lastly, we need to add console variables. Now click on Game Overrides. Here, uncheck Use LOD0. We do this so the render can use the proper LODs instead of forcing the highest one. On a low-end machine, this helps reduce the load and keeps your render smooth without killing performance. Next, uncheck Use High-Quality Shadows. We're doing this because high-quality shadows can be very heavy on lower-end GPUs, and disabling them helps you render faster without a huge hit to visual quality. Next, if you want, you can adjust the texture streaming settings as well. But I've noticed it can cause some textures to break after the render. So it's completely up to you guys to test and see what works best on your setup. Now go to Console Variables. Click the plus button twice. On the first slot, add the command R screen percentage and set it to 85. You can push it up to 100 if your PC can handle it, but don't go above 100. And in the second slot, add R.shadow quality and set it to 2. This gives you decent shadow quality, not the heavy, higher setting from game overrides, but good enough to make the render look clean on a low-end PC. If you're using motion blur, add one more console variable, R.motion blur quality, and set it to 1. But keep in mind, motion blur in Unreal Engine is pretty heavy on performance, so I recommend adding your motion blur later in post, inside DaVinci Resolve or Premiere Pro. Now everything is set, so let's move to anti-aliasing. If you're rendering a still image, set the spatial sample count to 4. But if your scene has a lot of movement, then set the temporal sample count to 4 instead. Now check Override Anti-Aliasing. Then enable Use Camera Cut for warm-up frames and render warm-up frames. Set the warm-up frame count to 8 or 16. And now to fix this error. The error says we need at least 8 samples to render. To fix this, go to the command console and type R temporal AA samples and set the value to 2 and hit enter. After that, change the anti-aliasing method to anything, then switch it back to none. The error should be gone now. Now go to output and choose your output location. Make sure to use a 1080p or 720p output resolution. Don't try rendering in 2K or 4K. Once you're done tweaking your settings, click Accept. And if you want this exact preset, I'll leave a download link in the description so you can use it in all your projects. If you want to fully disable motion blur, go to your project settings, search for motion blur, and turn it off from there. This video is mainly for creators using budget builds. You can always experiment with different values to improve your render quality, but these settings are perfect for anyone working with a 4GB VRAM GPU, or even lower. If you have any questions about these settings, you can drop a comment or message me on Discord. And make sure you're using nanite and virtual textures. They help a lot with performance during rendering. Now, if you like my videos and want me to keep sharing good stuff, go to my Ko-fi page and donate your lifetime savings. Actually, I need money for my mum's surgery. I hope you guys can help me a bit in this hard time.